This presentation is rated HO and is intended for mature audiences. It may contain references to other scales. Viewer discretion is advised.
Well, g'day and welcome to the next of our unboxing videos on the Australian Model Railway Group YouTube channel. Today we're going to be looking at the brand new release from SDS Models of the KB Bulk Mail van. Quite a nice ornamental type car, complete with the raised type roof. Now, there's a bit of conjecture as to whether it's a clerestory roof or a clear story roof, and I've been advised by some people who are experts in this area that it's actually a clear story roof, and clear story comes from the architectural term for that raised section in the on the roof there. These vans were not meant to be occupied when they were running. So the clear story section there doesn't have any windows, doesn't have any way of letting the light through. It's purely ornamental, which we'll come back to in a second, because one of the packs that SDS have produced kind of goes along with that thought that it's an ornamental addition to the car, rather than a truly practical type addition. So today we've got 5 different ones to look at. I've been lucky enough to be able to assemble all 5 of these here for us to look at. Now remember, these videos are not reviews. They're meant to be just an unboxing, just being able to show you up close what these cars and the different products look like. I think really the YouTubers that make reviews, at the end of the day, that's only their position on the product, what they think of the product. And I think that really it's up to the modeler to make up their mind as to whether the product suits them, suits their era, suits their budget. So I'm not trying to give you my opinion on these cars, but more just to show you what they actually look like, because quite often we're forced to look at graphics or just look at photographs on the web or in the magazines, and at least this gives us a bit of a chance to have an up-close look at them. So the five packs that SDS have produced. This is incredible. I mean, there's only 2 of these cars. There was only 2 of them. They were built back in 1903 by Carriage Works at Everley. There had been increased mail traffic with Victoria and Queensland, and they needed some vans to be able to carry the increasing amount of mail. The 5 that we're going to look at is Pack 01. You'll notice that the two cars themselves are KB 1104 and 1105. So there's double ups here in the different liveries. So Pack 1 has been designated there as early in service, and there's some conjecture as to what livery these came out in, but they were released at the same time as the locally built Pullman cars, and we know that those Pullman cars came out in Crimson Lake livery with gold lining. So the fact that these cars have actually got the clear story means that they match with the Pullman cars, and that may have in fact been why they built the roof in that way, because at the time they were already building elliptical roofs and things like that. So these were a bit of an odd car in that they had reverted back to an older and more elaborate roof Obviously, they were trying to match something, and the Pullman cars would be the obvious coaches at the time. So Pack 1 has been painted up in what is believed to have been its in-service livery of Crimson Lake and gold lining. We'll have a look at that a little bit more in a moment. Pack 2 in the 30s, they went to Tuscan or Venetian red all over. Pack 3, by the time we got to the 40s, it was also in Tuscan, and we'll see there's difference in lining and difference in roofs as we go through there. Pack 4 is in the 1950s and 1960s, they went to a deep Indian red with some quite elaborate lining. And Pack 5 is when they were retired from service in the 60s, at least one of the vans went to a special service van, number 3. It was also in deep Indian red, and we'll have a look at that with its special lettering and that. So let's just get the boxes out of the way, and we can start having a look at the individual cars. So Pack 1, the early in service, as I said, it's Crimson Lake with gold lining. Clear story roof. It has a white lead roof, which once again was the roof colour at the time. It would have matched the Pullman cars. Would have looked quite incredible, actually. Beautiful van, lovely lining on it. Probably the most elaborate lining that I have seen on any of the New South Wales models. And the fact that it's been pad printed over the tongue and groove timbers speaks highly of how the factory's gone about this. Lots of little handrails. It's got the lamp irons and that, the large coach type buffers, lots and lots of underfloor detail and that there. These wagons only had 2 sliding doors with a slide archway over the door there. And as I said, there was no other windows, or there was not even any provision for light to come in through that clear story section on the roof. So these are all fitted with lovely spoke wheels, metal rim spoke wheels. They run so well. The biggest problem I've had with photographing them and videoing that damn things want to keep running away every time I put them down on what I thought was a flat surface. So the slightest little deviation from flat, and they want to take off like a scalded cat. So hopefully that will sit there where it is. Pack 2, 1930s Tuscan, KB 1104. Fairly simplistic, just the number at each end without the wagon code. Male van in the centre there, all over unlined Venetian red or Tuscan, including the section there on the clear story and the white lead roof once again, which they would have had at this time. That's Pack 2. Pack 3, we get into the 1940s Tuscan, and it's again, they've even got rid of the car numbers there, and we've now got KB 1104 actually in its kind of normal place, and the male van is probably more conventional type lettering, whereas the other one was spaced apart. This one has a weathered roof. Its model is with a weathered roof, unlined, but a lovely rendition of the Tuscan red that it would have worn at the time. Now, these can obviously run with any of the New South Wales rolling stock. They would have come in with the Pullmans, but they would have been used on any of the trains right through to the 60s. Pack 4, 1950s and 60s in the Indian red, KB 1105. Once again, the code and the number in its fairly conventional place. The lining, the buff lining, once again, quite incredible. If we can just get that to focus, there we go. quite incredible lining and beautifully produced there on the model. These got all the underfloor detail on that we've come to expect on these days. Weathered roof, once again, weathered in-service roof. Beautiful looking van. And the fifth and last one is one of the vans, I actually forget which one it is, was renumbered and went into the L service stock as special service van number 3. I love the way they've got the doors there. They've got an A and a B door, and of course B and A. So the A is obviously at the one end and B at the other. And on the end of the wagon there, it's got about not to be loose shunted. One of these wagons is actually preserved up at Dorrigo. Probably is this one, I suspect. The other one may have been broken up at some stage. So that's the 5 wagons, or 5 bulk mail vans. Quite an unusual van. Quite incredible to think that, given that there was only 2 in the class, and you know, these are the types of things that we would never have expected to arrive in ready to run form. But companies like SDS they seem to go out of their way to produce some of the more esoteric, low numbered vans and things like that, and we're very, very thankful to them for that. Right, so just to finish up, we've got pack 1 being the Crimson Lake with the beautiful gold lining with a white lead roof. Pack 2, wagon 1104 in the Tuscan unlined, but with the white lead roof also. Pack 3, also 1104 in the 1940s Tuscan livery, this time with a weathered roof. Pack 5 is wagon 1105 in the deep Indian red with all that elaborate lining. And pack 5 is wagon L293, or special service van number 3, also in deep Indian red with a weathered roof. So I'm sure that there's something there for everyone. Really doesn't matter what era that you model. There's certainly something that will fit in with it. Who knows what comes next when we see lovely wagons like this with these clear story roofs. It hints at what could come or may not come in the future. So once again, thank you for watching. I'll throw in some videos and some other stuff and that, just so you can have a closer look at these wagons. These are obviously available directly from SDS or from all the good model shops. I know that the stock has already been set out, so they'll be in stock at most of the places around in the different states and that. So grab them while they last, and we will see you soon with something else, with whatever turns up next, and we can have an up close and personal look at it. So thanks for watching again. Like and subscribe, and we'll let you know when the next videos are out. Thanks for watching. See you later.